Hello guys, my name is FX and welcome to The Monster Inside. This is an audio-visual novella by Random Seed Games, and other than that, no idea. It's only a short video game thing, so that means it's a short video. Let me start that again. It's only a short game, so that means it's only going to be a short video. It's a novel, and I don't know if you've got choices or if you just click and read stuff, but I figured we'd give it a go because why the bollocking blue hell not? So, that being said, sit back, relax, and let's get started. The Monster Inside, an audio I've literally just read that, right? Never mind. My head pound. Oh, really? I forgot to read it. I thought it was a narrative. All right, never mind. My head pounded. Ears still ringing slightly. Some of the worst nightmares I'd had in years left me feeling like I'd been punched in the jaw. But just like any other day, I dragged myself to the office. That'll be the office then, would it, Dave? Is that what it is? Okay, here we go. There was another office. No, there was another notice on the... Never mind. There might have been another office. You don't know, do you? Really? It could be. Think about it. It's a building with multiple offices. Office I. Moving on. There was another notice on the door from Mayor Vinetti's office. Permits out of date. They didn't like me much and they were trying to drown me in paperwork. Okay. So... what are we, a policeman? Or what? I have no idea. It was a slow month. Weeks since I'd had any real case to work on. Yeah, we're an investigator. Awesome. What is this? This is the police? So I passed the time by pacing the office, smoking and staring at the mirror in the corner, safely covered with an old bed sheet. Why is it covered with an old bed sheet, Dave? I don't dare look at my own reflection. Okay, that's why. I'm too afraid of what I might see. That's what I do on a daily basis. Afraid someday I might have to face what I really am. Uh-oh. Is he a vampire? No, because he wouldn't have a reflection, would he? Never mind. Point in question. The girl came in so quietly. Quiet. Hey, is that English or what? I don't know. Quietly, I nearly choked on my cigarette. Okay, could have been worse. Could have choked on something else. That's the story for a different day. Girl, mister, please. Oh, bollocks. I need to do voices. Mister, please. You gotta help me, mister. Okay, this is where the game kicks in, don't we know? Calm down. Sit and talk slow. Yeah? What can I help you with? Yeah, you ever heard of knocking? That's the arsehole route, don't we know? That one. Here we go. Okay, thanks. It's gonna kill me, this. It's just, no one will listen to me. Just tell me your tale. I'm listening. All right, Fraser Crane. Bloody hell. She eyed me with just a dash of suspicion as I tossed back a handful of pills and chased them with a swig of whiskey. Why is it 10 o'clock in the morning? I could tell this might take a while. Her name was Lily. Like the flower. That doesn't say that. I ad-libbed. I'm getting into... It's called method acting. Try it, kids. She told me she was his mistress. The man all over the newspapers. The infamous banker, Mr. Reginald Farnsworth. Mr. Farnsworth was a drunk, philandering bastard. But this girl seemed genuinely concerned that he had recently gone missing. Less concerned about the fact that Mr. Farnsworth's wife had just turned up dead in Central Park 2 nights ago. The plot thickens, doesn't it, kids? You don't understand. I don't know why I speak like this all the time. It's the way my menopause is going. You don't understand. He just couldn't have done it. He hated his wife, but he couldn't have killed her. Everyone thinks it was him and no one believes me. Oh, look at this. It's going higher pitched. He's gonna be in trouble. I ain't saying I believe you, Toots. Again, ad-libbing, method actor. But what makes you think he's in danger? Case looks pretty simple to me, that one. Well, mister, Jack. You can call me Jack. Jack! Whoever did this to his wife must have been the one who took him. He never would have left without me. He promised me, Jack. He promised me. I'm sure Mr. Farnsworth promised this poor girl. Oh, shit. I'm sure. Bollocks. I'm sure. This is why I can never do this properly. I'm sure Mr. Farnsworth promised this poor girl a lot of things. Like, never mind. Please. The cops won't listen to me and they want to bring him in on charges. Exclamation mark. I probably should have shouted that, but never mind. Charges! But you can't prove it wasn't him before they find him. Honestly, I doubt they're in too much of a hurry. Farnsworth had practically the entire police force in his deep pockets, probably why they hadn't found much yet. If they found him and brought him in, it would be due to public pressure. I don't know why I read that like that, but never mind. This is the way my mind works. Sometimes a mob with pitchforks is more dangerous than one with money. Or one man with... bollocks. Never mind. Moving on. You've got my curiosity, but you might not like what I find. I can help you. We'll get to the bottom of it. Don't worry now. That one. Why the bollocking blue hell not? Oh, thank you, Mr. Jack. Thank you. to hire me for women's voices, I am available, by the way. I don't think this was just any murder or kidnapper or murderer or kid that thing. I think it was a beast. A beast. What, as in like the Disney thing? Or what? The word struck me funny. Okay, that's alright. Like when you jar your elbow on a hard corner. Again, what? Not a word many use these days, except in hushed whispers and bedtime stories for children. Is this kind of like The Wolf Among Us? Only better. What? I'm joking. Oh, they were real enough, alright. They just got better at hiding, controlling their unseemly urges. But I hadn't seen any monsters in nearly 15 years, back when I was still a cop myself. Well, that's definitely an interesting theory. I can help you. We'll get to the bottom of it. Don't you worry now. Leave the detective work to me. Let's not jump to conclusions here. We'll go on the middle one because why not? I just seem like the kind of man who's good at solving mysteries. All right. She's trying to, you know. Sure. Can't you see how busy I am with cases? I replied a little, oh shit, bollocks. I replied a little too harshly. Sarcasm wasn't my strongest suit, but I'd like to play it nonetheless. I reassured her some more and sent her on her way. I didn't want to scare her, but I warned her before she left to keep her doors locked and call me if she saw anything suspicious. I didn't know if she was in any danger herself, but better safe than sorry. That's always been my motto, ladies. Again, what? No idea. That night, I made... Oh, the music stopped. Oh, that's because this is important, don't we know? That night, I made my way down to Central Park. Not Central Perk. That was a friend's thing. It was a long shot, but maybe there was something there that the cops had missed. ... Dramatic pause for effect. Click next. Now. Oh, look at that. Next chapter. Don't mind me. Oh, music's back on again. It's fine. It's all good. The scene was already picked clean by the cops days ago, but I've got a knack for finding the things that others overlook. Oh, that's nice and cushy, innit? A knack. More of a symptom or a condition. Other less useful symptoms I kept in check. But for the time being, my keen sense of smell would come in handy. What am I, Scooby-Doo? It was faint, but I could smell it. Even before I even approached the line of the police thing. Moving on! The scent was less of a thing and more of an emotion. Don't know why puberty decided to kick in then, but it bloody did. Seduction. A strangely familiar smell. ... Pause for dramatic effect. I expected the scent of trepidation, or maybe even outright fear, but Mrs. Farnsworth seemed to have been at the height of pleasure when she left. Bloody hell, alright, is that what the scratch marks on the tree is? Brought new meaning to a crime of passion. No, sorry, I had to do that because I didn't think anyone else would. Pushing the thought from my mind, it was time to get down to business. I'm not even sure I want to click next now, to be honest. Investigate the scene. Okay, oh, that's literally me. All right, well, you've got that there, which is what I noticed from the get-go. A burn mark on a nearby tree. That's a burn mark. I thought it meant claws. And anyway, a burn mark on a nearby tree caught my fat eye. I ran my finger along its length and felt a chill down my spine. Oh. This wasn't just any burn mark. This was the mark of an ancient magic. Okay. What the bollocking hell's going on? It's doubtful the cops would have picked up on it. Could Lily have been right? Question mark. Something unnatural was at play here, but I was no stranger to the strange. Now, investigate the scene. Again, you don't have to tell me twice. Muddy footprints everywhere. Difficult to pick out anything from the prints the cops left behind in their haste. ... Pause for dramatic effect. But cops don't wear $2,000 pairs of caquinos. How'd you get that from a footprint without any sort of testing whatsoever? It looked like Mr. Farnsworth was there that night and walked away on his own 2 feet. After looking around, oh, the thing's gone, never mind. After looking around for a while longer, I realized the park had given up all it was hiding from me. So I trudged back to my apartment and my head hit the pillow like it owed me money. And I went to the land of Nod. Again, ad-libbing method. Okay, chapter 2. The next morning, I was reeling from another bout of ghoulish nightmares, but I tried to hide my discomfort when I saw Lily was already sitting out. That's a long sentence. She waited wordlessly as I unlocked. Good, wordlessly. That means I don't have to do any of this. She waited wordlessly as I unlocked the door and ripped down another notice from the mayor's office. I mentioned to her to step aside. Motion to, that's the thing, I did that as well. Seemingly afraid of what I might say, she finally worked up the courage to ask. Oh God, brace your ears for impact. So, what did you find? Okay, well, I've got some good news. Farnsworth might still be alive. Not sure about beasts, but something unnatural was at play. Might be right to worry about monsters. Found a spell's mark. Are we entirely sure that she didn't do this, by the way, or what? We're going for the middle one, because why the bloody hell not? I don't really think it matters, but who knows? Unnatural? How do you mean? A spell's mark. Rarely seen these days, but unmistakable. I can't give you the details, but I'm looking into it. Basically, I know nothing, so we're going to go for that one. What does that mean? What about Reggie? Do you know where he might be? Found his footprints. Seems like he got out safely. There were signs he was at the scenes and slipped away. I'm gonna go for the first one. Why not? My tone was indifferent towards her as I turned and grabbed a bottle from my desk drawer. A dryness in my throat made it difficult to swallow my meds. But you don't know where he went? ... Pause for, never mind, moving on. Don't think the news this morning is related. What news? Here's that. Haven't you heard? Yeah. But maybe you should tell me what you know. Nope. Rough night, followed by a rough morning. That one. They found the police chief's wife dead down by the docks. That was a tongue twister and a half. They say it happened last night. Let me guess. Chief Amato is missing too. My face might have betrayed a hint of satisfaction as she confirmed my suspicions, but it faded quickly. Amato was a shit cop and a shit chief. Thought I said chef then, that's a different thing. He was half the reason I left the force. But now his wife was dead and I had more questions than I did the day before. Oh, this is a bloody long let's play. Never mind 10 sodding minutes. The gears in my mind started to spin, which wasn't helped by the splitting pain at my temples. You need to stop drinking then, don't you, Dave? I told Lily I needed time to work and she left slightly dejected, wanting more answers than I could provide. The night after, the cops had cleared out of the docks. I would slip down and see what I could uncover concerning Mrs. Amato's untimely demise. Chapter 30. The cold air smelled strongly of salt and oil and... Could it be? I don't know. Could it be what? That smell again. Like someone had bottled pure arousal and used it as perfume. This is turning into an erotica, never mind a novella. It hit me like a long forgotten memory, but the sensual fumes soon gave way to a rush of adrenaline. I knew exactly what the scent reminded me of, and that scared me more than not knowing. I looked down at my hands. God, thank God he said that then. I thought he was going to say something else. And my hands shaking. That's, never mind. The nightmares, the headaches. No, I was better now. Reformed. I had to focus. No jumping to conclusions. Follow the evidence, I told myself. Again, ad-libbing. Investigate the scene. Clicking on this, why not? Red Phoenix cigarettes. Same shitty brand I smoke every day. Everyone's got their vice. Investigate the scene. There. Just there. The smallest piece of purple fabric. Torn and caught in the splinter of a board. Ooh. The police report didn't say anything about Mrs. Amato wearing purple, and it was certainly of a quality that you wouldn't expect down here. Don't see too many high society types around flandering royal purple. I'm telling you, it's the bloody girl, Lily, whatever her bloody name is. I pulled out my own pack of reds and lit up. I could already feel another headache coming on, but looking out over the waves seemed to help me forget. The cold helped me push down the uncomfortable thoughts that had been bubbling to the top of my brain. I honestly don't remember the walk back to the office. Apparently, I spent the night in my easy chair. The air from the docks lingered on my clothes. Alright, it's either Lily or it's me. Just putting that out there right now. It was still dark out. No, I checked the clock. How long had I been out? Question mark. Had I really slept through the entire next day? A news papier was sitting under the door. As I stood to fetch it, I nearly fell over. A wave of nausea hit me like a ton of bricks. I steadied myself and regained my composure. Before I picked up the papier, I could already read the headline. Breaking! Mayor missing! Wife found dead! 2 cases is a coincidence. 3 is a downright pattern, George. The cops would come asking questions soon. They knew I had a history of antagonizing all the victims. Oh, bloody hell. Awesome. I stumbled to my desk and slammed back 3 days worth of inhibitor pills. I think when you can't say that, you need to give it up. Do you know what I mean? I couldn't take any chances. I had to investigate the scene to be sure. I threw on my jacket and went to the door. Lily caught me. Oh shit, she's back again. You know what that means, don't you? Cover your ears. Lily caught me off guard at the other side. Jack, where are you off to? I've been trying to reach you all day. I'm sorry, Lily, but I don't have time to talk. I have to go. I've just been busy. I'm off to work Mrs. Vianetti's crime scene. Again, I ad-libbed and I'm pretty certain I didn't pronounce her name right, but we're going to click on that one for shits and gigs. Okay, but we need to talk when you get back. Stay safe, live long and prosper. I'm a Klingon now. She gave me a soft kiss on the neck as I rushed off. Part of me wanted to stay and finish the job. I'd never mind. And tell her that it would be okay. But it would be a lie. Because I'm a shit detective and I'm not going to figure this out in a million years. Next chapter! The alley was located just behind the high-rise apartments where Mayor Vinetti and his wife lived. And also, the music's kicked in. I could tell the police were spooked now. The crime scene was even sloppier than the last. They hadn't even bothered to submit the trash into evidence. The bastards. Investigate the scene. Well, we're going to start with the trash, aren't we? Because he bloody pointed it out, didn't he? Why wouldn't they at least look through the dumpster? Question mark. It seemed untouched. No one wants to do the dirty work, but I will, so give me a rubber glove. Nearly said rubber duck then. That's a story for a different day. But I know how to find the good stuff. It really doesn't take long if you know what to look for. Lightweight bags usually mean someone was dumping documents. If you were lucky, they didn't bother to shred them. And if you're extra lucky, the rain didn't ruin it. Jackpot! Shell companies, shady stock trades, bribes. I knew Mayor Vinetti was crooked, but this was unbelievable. And there was more. Oh, letters between Mayor Vinetti and Chief Amato. Oh, they're in cahoots. Talking about me? Question mark? No, there's no question. All right, never mind. Talking about, it's a fact, is what it is. How they were trying to get me to shut down. They didn't like me snooping around crime scenes all the time. Well, they weren't here to stop me snooping around this one. Mwah, ha, ha. Investigate the crime scene. Yet again, we're going to go for the car. Because again, why the hell not? Vinetti's car. If he's still alive, why wouldn't he have left in his car? That's the question, isn't it, really? We're an investigator. Figure it out, lad. It didn't make any sense. I honestly wasn't too motivated to find him. But the stakes were too high. And my bet was edging towards the unthinkable. As I searched around for anything that might assuage my fears. What are you making up words for now, Dave? I caught the scent again. It overwhelmed my other senses with undulating pleasure. It was intoxicating. A weapon used on the weak-willed. What, like me? A weapon I knew all too well. Yep, that sure as shit me. Though it had been many years since I had used it. Used what, pray tell? There was another like me? Was I being framed? It wasn't possible. Was it? I was taking my inhibitions. I was reformed. But the nightmares, the headaches, their memory lapses. I couldn't even trust myself. I started walking back out of the alley when something shiny caught my eye. A watch. Not just any watch, though. This was a wind-up watch. My watch. Oh, really? How long had my wrist been bare? Surely I just dropped it when I first came down the alley. I checked the time just before I left the office, hadn't I? Or had I used the wall clock? I couldn't be sure. I couldn't be sure of anything. So I ran. I ran so far away. And next chapter. Thank God for that. I don't know why I ran back to the office. The cops would probably show up at any minute to knock down my door and cart me away. They would put it together before long. Maybe it would be the best for everyone if I simply faced my own reflection. But Lily was still there waiting for me. Jack, what's wrong? You look like you've seen a ghost. My own ghost. Come back to haunt me from my past. You're not making any sense, Jack. Come, sit down. You don't understand. You're not safe around me. I took a good last look at her as I prepared to shove her out the door. I noticed she was wearing the same thing she had when she first came to my office 3 days ago. She bloody doesn't change. A beautiful purple dress. Like the one on the dock. I'm connecting the dots here, kids. Odd that I hadn't really noticed before. But it had made her seem out of place. Out of time. And I was frayed around the edges. Torn in places. My chair caught my fall as my knees failed me. It was you. You are the monster. Succubus. Oh, Jack. We are one and the same. You and I. We are both monsters. I'm simply more honest with myself. There's no such thing as reformation. Those pills you take only make you dull. Beasts like us should never suppress our true natures, as you have incubus. Those men were probably dead too now, I figured. She probably took them to her lair and harvest their seed. Kinky, but again, moving on. I'm about to die, don't we know? I think either that or get arrested. So, you've done all this just to wake me up? You could say that, though it seemed enough just to have you doubt yourself. You believed you were still capable of such horrors, which means deep down you probably are. You can't escape it. Now I need you to complete the deed. Where do you want my legs spread wide? No, moving on. You took my watch. Messed with my head. Oh, don't act like I didn't do you a favor. Those men hated you and wanted you gone, and now they're gone. I mustered the strength to stand again, moving casually to the window by the corner. She was right about one thing. I was dull, weak compared to her. If I refused her and she attacked me, I was a dead man. I had to keep her talking. I've never met a succubus who seduces and kills women. Oh, please. Such a 14th century stereotype. I don't discriminate when it comes to pleasures of the flesh. But I do still need an incubus like yourself to take the tainted seed I've harvested from all these awful men and plant it among the fertile masses for me. I'm tired of training my lovers just to survive. I'm ready to settle down and start a family. Ha 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 ha. That maniacal laughter. I positioned myself carefully, making sure she was looking my direction. Sorry, but I'm not your guy. With a quick flick of the wrist, I whipped the old bedsheet off of the corner mirror. Lily was blinded by her own reflection and sucked into the mirror with a painful, monstrous scream. Trapped. Shielding my own eyes, I pulled a revolver from my desk side drawer, aimed it at the mirror, and fired, and missed. Okay! That's the end of that game. The monster inside. Great little game. That was awesome. Oh, okay. And they have these two games. So go and have a look at them if you like what you saw. Incidentally, for those of you that are drinking along at home, this game's free, I do believe, on Steam. Either that or it's cheap as chips. So go and play it yourself if you want, because I'm curious as to see if any of the other kind of choices had any impact in either A, the game, which I don't think it would have done, but it would have had some sort of impact, I'm sure, into what their responses would have been, or more precisely, did I just say precisely then? Precisely, Lily's response. So, yes, that was The Monster Inside. It was a story novella with a bit of erotica and probably some Wolf Among Us thrown in there for added measure, but I really enjoyed that. So again, go and check it out if you do so desire, and let me know how you got on with your choices. So, that being said, thank you so much for watching, and I shall see you in the next video. Take it easy, guys. Bye-bye, yo!